Hey guys, in this video today we're going to be drafting the pattern of this very particular dress design that is at the upper part of the screen. So this is me cutting the fabric which I'm going to be using to make mine with the pattern that I already drafted, which I'm going to be showing you how I came about it in this very particular video from step to step. So this video is strictly the pattern drafting. The tutorial is one that is bulky, so I didn't want to put everything here at once, so I'll just do the pattern here, then the next video will be the sewing. So let's head straight to the pattern drafting. Okay, you'll be needing your basic bodice front, my bust point, I've labeled under bust, and of course my waistline. Okay, and my neckline is on the basic, so I'm going to kind of deepen it a little. On the shoulder I'm going in by 1.5 inches. Yeah, that was what I used. And I'm going to be deepening the v-neck. Okay, this is optional, you can use whatever you want. I went ahead to use 5 inches. I went in deeper by 5 inches from the basic neckline that I already drafted. So I'm going ahead to connect this points together to form a v-neck. Okay, I'm going to have to connect the points together to form a v-neck. So I haven't done that. I'll be using my scissors to cut it away so it gets out of the way and I focus on what I'm doing. Okay, so this is what it looks like right now. And then of course this is what you're going to be having when you're done with the neckline. And I wanted to remove my side bust dart, but I found out that no, it's actually not important because this very particular upper bodice isn't fitted. As you can see on the screen, it isn't fitted. So I went ahead to get my sleeve, and from the center sleeve I'm going ahead to be splitting the sleeve into two. Okay, so I can have front and back. I'm going to have to split it into two, and I've done that. So I'll be using the front sleeve to attach to the front bodies like so. I'm going ahead with my tape. I'll go ahead to tape this down. Okay, so I'll be using my tape to put this down on the basic bodice front. Okay, so having done that, this is what you're going to be having. And after that, I'm going ahead to impute my bust circumference, not the whole of it, just the very part that I'll be needing to achieve this very particular design. As you can see on the top of the screen, it looks like a corset kind of stuff. So that is the reason why I'm attaching my bust circumference. Okay, if you have any problem with bust circumference, how to get it, then you want to leave a comment in the comment section and I'll link you to a video that I have on my channel that describes it so well. Okay, so I'm going ahead to get this done right now, and having gotten this done, we'll go over to the next step. I went ahead to mark 1.5 inches down from my v-neck, and from that 1.5 inches I marked half an inch. Okay, I'll be taking half an inch from my center front like so, half an inch from my center front like so, and I'll be connecting it to my bust circumference. Okay, like so. I'll be connecting to my bust circumference like so. And yeah, so having done that, I'll go ahead to mark from the waistline. I marked 2 inches, but then I decided to reduce this to 1.5 inches, and you'll see that as we keep going in this video. I got a fresh pattern paper, and to fill up for this space, okay, you see what I'm about to do now. I had to put a fresh pattern paper to fill up for this space because I will really be needing it for this tutorial. So I'll be using my tape to put this fresh pattern paper in place with the main bodice that we've been working with. Okay, I'm using my sellotape now to hold it down and put everything together. So I wanted to join the sleeve all the way to this point. Then I remembered that the sleeve is bogus actually. So I added 2.5 inches to my normal sleeve measurement, to my normal round sleeve measurement. Okay, add an additional 2.5 inches, and I'll go ahead to mark that 2.5 inches like so, and I'll be connecting that 2.5 inches. I told you I'll go ahead to reduce from my waistline area, and I'll be using 1.5. So that 2.5 inches, I will go ahead to connect it to that 1.5 at the waistline area. I hope this is understandable and explanatory. So having done that, I used my sellotape to hold other places which I'm supposed to hold down so nothing is hanging over and I don't kind of cut out any necessary parts. So this is it now. and it's not finished yet. Okay, I'm going ahead to get the actual design like so. I'm going ahead to get the actual design like so, which stopped at that 1.5 inches that connected to the waistline. I don't know if you understand. And looking at the top of the screen, you should be able to have a clue of what I'm doing. So this is what it looks like. Then I'm going ahead now with my scissors to detach this like so. So this is what I'm having after detaching, and we are not done. So I'm gonna have to open up my waist dart at this very point. Okay, like I'm doing right now. And I also go ahead to open up the waist dart of this very particular pattern also, like I'm doing right now. And using my tape, I'll go ahead to tape to hold it together so it forms a whole piece. Okay, I'll use my tape to hold it together so it forms a whole piece. And having done that, I'll go ahead also to tape that of the other part, the upper part of the bodies. I'm using my tape to hold it down. So I initially started drawing in my star lines first, and I found out that no, I had to close up this very particular dart. So this is me drawing in my star lines first. So I decided to close up that dart because it's gonna be very easier and more understanding for me. So I decided to close up the dart firstly. Okay. So this is it. I'll go ahead now to start joining my star lines. Okay. So I'll go ahead to start joining my star lines. And I'm just trying to draw in guidelines. Sorry, not star lines, please. Guidelines. These lines are going to be enable me to know where to cut for the slash and spread to add the gathers, okay, to that bust area. So these lines are going to help me to know where to slash and spread and when not to slash and spread, okay. So that is what I'm doing right now. So I'm taping down everywhere that I'm supposed to tape down so I don't get to lose any part of the pattern, okay. So I haven't slashed and spreaded it. This is all that I'm having for the very front. You want to make sure you mark all your notches on the fabric so you don't get confused while sewing. This is what it looks like. And of course, we are going to be drafting the back also. So do not worry. I got you. We're also going to be drafting the back. So stay tuned. It's just coming up in a few seconds right away. So I'm kind of test running it to see what it looks like. And it's okay. I think it's nice. It's okay. So I'm just marking some kind of places. So when I'm cutting on my fabric, I don't get confused. So this is the back pattern, of course. And I'll go ahead to attach that back sleeve to the shoulder area like we did to the front. I'm going ahead and then I'll use my tape to hold it down, okay? So I'm also reducing the neckline from the shoulder and also the depth a little bit so it's in line with the front, okay? So it's in line with the front, especially at the shoulder. And after doing this is what we're having. So for the waist area, for my waistline at the back, I went ahead to mark out 1.5 inches like we did for the front, but then this 1.5 inches for the back. Okay, here is it now. I'm attaching a fresh pattern paper to cover up for that space, just like we did for the front. After marking the 1.5 inches at the waistline, you want to add a fresh pattern paper to cover up that space for the front, okay? So you don't lose any pattern actually. And you don't have spaces so you don't get confused. So I haven't done that now. I'll extend here also by 2.5 like we did to the front. I'm extending my round sleeve by 2.5 just like we did to the front. And I'm connecting it to the 1.5-inch mark at the waistline. And I'm cutting it away like so. So having done that, this is what we're having. And that's not all. So I went ahead to detach to mark that 1.5 inches all the way through the back waist. And I'm going to be joining the dots like so, as you can see me doing in this video. And then of course going to use my scissors to detach it. I'm contemplating here, but then I decided to detach it because yeah, I think that's sure how it's gonna come out nice. And I went ahead to detach it. I'm removing the darts, so with my tape I'm going to be joining these two together to form a whole piece. And I'm labeling center back. So I haven't done this. I also go ahead to open this dart and close it. Okay, the remaining dart of the set of the back, I'm going ahead to open it and close it up. So I'm going ahead to close up the darts like so right now. So having done that, I'll go ahead to start drawing my guidelines for the slash and spread. So for the back, I don't think there is much. I don't really want much to go on at the back. So it's just going to be simple, but yet we are going to slash and spread it, okay? So I'm imputing my style lines like so. And we are actually going to be stopping here, okay? At that very waistline where it stopped for the main bodice. I hope you understand. So that's where we're going to stop. I'm using my tape to hold every part that I'm supposed to hold, so when I cut with my scissors, I don't lose any part of the pattern. That is very important. You don't want to lose any part of your pattern. So I'm going ahead to cut like so now. So this is it after I slashed and spreaded for the back. And I went ahead to start cutting on my fabric, okay? You want to use a pin or whatever heavy object to hold this down so it doesn't move around, please. If it moves around, you might be cutting the wrong thing. So you want to use a pin or a very heavy object to hold this down so it doesn't move around. And I'll see you in the sewing video. Thanks for watching. Bye.